Hi, hey, this is Leanne, and based on some feedback on the training map document that I've shared with all of you, I thought it might be beneficial to take a few minutes and maybe explain some of the key elements and how it's laid out. It was intentional that this document was constructed for multiple users and multiple purposes. It's kind of like a one-stop shopping experience. Excuse me. And it's certainly meant to be an internal document for this entire ed team and is not intended to go to the PEs. That would be overwhelming for sure. So whether you're a trainer, a DGE, or part of the PETS curriculum team, this is going to be a great resource and guide to serve you in that role. Each of us has something in this map that's going to serve as a resource, answer some of our questions, and certainly as an end result, help us all stay on the same page. So I want to hit a few highlights for us here. First off, please note that instead of doing what to expect at PETS right before PETS, we felt there's a significant value to doing that first, particularly since this is such a challenging year. So you can see here that could consist of a welcoming letter along with their workbook, manual, possibly a 3 to 5 minute video, and would be authored by the PETS chair, the board of directors, and the curriculum chair. Next, you can anticipate there's 4 titled topics that compose the list of essentials for a president-elect that they need to possess some level of competency in prior to taking office. We've broken these down into the foundational, role-based, and leadership competencies. You can see that each topic is on the left-hand side, then its resource list, possible sources of that, and then again in more detailed information about the specific contents to add further clarity to developing content. And the far right column lists those who will be the primary person or group to cover that topic. The PE experience is going to include asynchronous online learning through the Learning Center, synchronous learning along with the other PEs that would occur at district-sponsored sessions, and then the PETS hosted sessions that will include the 4 core courses and the 4 priority courses. In this next section, you see the role-related competencies grouped. Basically, as a president, what do they need to know to execute their job? I'll call out a couple of things here. Presidents chair several types of meetings, and they need to understand the differences in the purposes of each. Then we are acknowledging that governance is part of that role, and we're asking them to not just rely on the body of knowledge of their oldest members or their preceding president, but truly be familiar with their bylaws, how their club is run, and then be familiar with the Rotary Constitution and what makes a Rotary Club part of Rotary International versus Kiwanis or the Lions Club, and why this is important corporately to all of us. And then you see 2 more on here, the budget and diversity, equity, and inclusion. With budget, I think it's another required skill for a president, because they're going to be, along with their club leadership team, creating an operating budget that supports the goals and operations of their club. And then with the DEI, this is a key topic where club leadership can truly embody the importance of bringing diversity and including people in their club, whether it's recruitment, project, selection, their internal club culture, and the culture that they want to portray in the community. Now here's the leadership competencies. Again, these are considered essential: conflict prevention and management, mentoring, and then the risk and youth management. And in my mind, due to the specific topics and policies at the district level, I think I would encourage all of us to consider the youth and risk management to be something that's really going to be owned by the district. The training map also includes 6 suggested topics that some of the presidents-elect may identify with and want to gain some additional understanding of, whether they're returning presidents so they can, this time around, can dig a little bit deeper, or that they know for example, they're going to be planning a club visioning, which will result in some change, and then within the club, we know change is hard, so therefore they might want to take that leading change module to give them some new skills or do some review there. Also wanted to call out the Vibrant Club Workshop and the additional courses listed here. It's now a requirement from Rotary International. The Code of Policy says that each district will do a minimum half-day Vibrant Club Workshop annually. So I'm going to leave that to the district leadership to determine how they want to handle that. And again, one of our last core values is leadership, and part of our corporate promotion materials include comments on join Rotary and develop your leadership skills. So this is a great area to support and mentor all of your presidents-elect, but quite possibly focusing on the younger, newer members to make them aware of what's available here for not only themselves, but their other club members. This next major section is what will be presented by the PETS curriculum team. I'm going to start with 4 core courses, that of leadership, brand, membership, and foundation. And the purpose of these sessions is to answer the questions: what is the foundation and why is it important to me as the club president? What is membership, and why should I care about the new flexible options that are available from my club? We've included critical questions to help the reader of this document understand what will be addressed in the content of each course. And then in addition, there's a bulleted list at the end that again sort of summarizes what's included in that session. And there's actually 2 reasons for this. A reader can gain greater understanding what's going to be covered in the session, even though they're not writing it or necessarily attending it, and as a tool to make sure that nothing is left out as each of us build on what the president-elect has learned in prior sessions. Now you can see the 4 priorities courses that are truly part of PETS. This is the same format as the core courses. You see critical questions, yet this time we've included possible answers that are going to come out of those facilitated discussions. And that's so that the facilitators can be better prepared to guide and summarize those sessions. Now moving on, the PE will then be guided in completing a capstone exercise using a tool that we are going to provide to develop their action plan for their year of club service, and then more importantly to deliver on that plan to take their club towards more vibrancy. Now this exercise process, the specifics of it are going to be addressed later on in the training calendar when we know a little bit more. So I really do hope this short tutorial was helpful and provided some insight on how you can use this training map and how it can be a resource for you. It really is meant to foster an understanding of the important relationships between the curriculum and each of our individual roles as part of the greater team, as we're all working together to support our presidents-elect this year. So thank you.